ओ मेरे भाई।
Well, hello there. Another day, another episode. We are inside today instead of outside because we're getting to that point of the year that we'll start cooking a bit. Growing season is still going strong, but that does not mean that we cannot start utilizing some of those things. What we're about to utilize today is a bit different. It's a store-bought chicken. When you will start realizing the way I do things, I generally typically don't talk about recipes because I don't believe in recipes. I typically believe in techniques. And once you figure the technique, you can modify that recipe or that technique as you wish. And that's the best thing about cooking. I've been told I'm not a good baker. And the reason I'm not, because I just cannot follow recipes. I don't have that much attention span to sit down and figure out a recipe. I just cannot do it. So do I wing it every time? Probably, but not exactly, because eventually after you cook for so many number of years, certain things start becoming your habits. So in my case, these things are my habits. These are not recipes. We will roast a chicken today. And this is different because I don't have chicken in my backyard, even though I wish I could. But the town I live, they don't allow roosters, and I do not want to have chickens without roosters. So that's an ongoing debate in my own head. Mistake happened today. As I always say, mistakes should be accepted. I actually go to a butcher. I don't go to a supermarket to get my meat. I go to a butcher where you can get any kind of cut, what you're looking for, because they'll have the whole animal and they can cut it for you. The mistake which happened was I asked, so what I'm about to do is with whole chicken, which is without skin. To do the recipe correctly, skin is a good thing to have. I'll give you a reason for it. If you are into like health issues that, okay, I should not eat skin because it's fat, that's fine. What the skin does when you cook with the skin, it keeps all the flavors inside. While you're eating, you can take the skin off or give it to somebody on the table who might like skin. So I prefer, anytime I will have chicken where I'm putting in the oven, I do like to have skin on it. Whatever I'm about to show you, or whatever we will do, you can do with any part of the chicken. So we will do with boneless, skin-free, but it's not boneless, it's a whole chicken. And it has a butterfly cut on it. That cut is not needed. The only reason I got that done, because once you start serving, once it's cooked and I'm trying to cut with my knife, it becomes a bit more painful. So butchers have the right knives and everything. So get it done up front. I'll cook it like a whole chicken. So you do not need a butterfly cut. As I said, the only reason I did it to make my life easier when I'm serving it. So what I'm about to do, I have a chicken which is already washed, and it's drying in my towel. This recipe again, this technique, just follow the technique. In terms of spices, you can use anything, whatever the spices you've grown up with, you can do everything. The two spices which I will suggest, always try to use, one is cumin powder, in Urdu called zira. The other is coriander powder, in Urdu called dhania. These two things are the base flavors. Everything has a base flavor to it. So the base flavor is, technically speaking, actually the coriander powder. Zira just gives it a bit of oomph. The other things I'm about to add, bit of red pepper, because I prefer a bit of flavor. That way, some pepper flakes or chili flakes, actually pepper really is chili, and some salt. And to bind everything, I'll use a bit of lemon or lime juice, whatever you have available. It doesn't make a difference. You can even use water if you want. If you want, you can even use vinegar if you want to. Vinegar has a bit more powerful flavor. So all I'm trying to do is bind everything together. So what I'm about to do, as I said, coriander is my base flavor. So I'll use a little bit more than normal. Zira or cumin, I'll use not as much because it brings that special smell. This is actually paprika, so I'll use it. You can use spicier chilies also. And flakes are regular flakes. In North America, typically when you buy your pizza, and some places give you pepper flakes, it's roughly that kind of thing. A bit of salt. And again, according to the flavor. Now, I'm about to make a marinade right now. Just so that you know, I'll probably marinate it for almost 24 hours in the fridge. My experience tells me between 2 to 24 hours is the right amount of time. More than 24 hours is too much. Surely you can do it, but if you can do it the night before, that's the best way to do it. So I have these things. I need a spoon. Mix it well. It's a bit runny. It's not an issue. Now, my chicken was drying over here. Again, as I said, it's a butterfly cut, so you don't need to. You can have a whole chicken, you can chicken legs, you can have drumsticks, whatever you want. You can even do it with a boneless chicken breast or anything. All I'm trying to do is now just make sure the marinade covers everywhere, which it is. But since I'm about to leave in the fridge for 24 hours, the good thing which will happen with this is things will seep in. If you were doing it for 2 hours, you have to be like really careful. Make sure every corner, everywhere, the flavor goes. Oh, the other thing which I forgot to tell you, I did ask my butcher to make cuts on it. What do the cuts do? In cultures where in North America we tend to use a lot of fossil fuel energy to cook our things. It's not the case everywhere else in the world. In other countries, having electricity or gas or whatever that might be, it's expensive. So people have figured out techniques how to use the less amount of fuel to get whatever you're looking for. So that's exactly what we'll do. So from here, it's almost, let me use both my hands. It's all done. I'll let it sit in the fridge for I think almost 24 hours, and then we'll cook it tomorrow. So we marinated this chicken for 24 hours. As I said yesterday also, it's 24 hours now. It's not a recipe, it's a technique. Now, when I say technique, you can always change it. I keep on reminding you, you can always change it. You can do what you would like to do. Don't follow what I'm doing, just follow the technique. So I told you it was a butterfly cut. So it's open. You can have it like a whole chicken. Doesn't make a difference. What I'm about to do is, since I did a bit of lime yesterday or lemon, one or the other, I forgot. So I'm putting some fresh stuff inside, and then I'll eventually close it down. The reason I'm doing this, just to keep the same profile. Again, you do not need to do this. What I'm about to show you after this is something which will help you to change your cooking time, and that's important. So let me close this. I have water which is already boiling, and now I'm not about to put my chicken in the water because then all my flavors which I've been marinating since yesterday will go away. Um, since I have space, so add more. Generally speaking, it's good. I did, since I had some ginger sitting around the house, so I use that also. Again, you don't need to. So the water is boiling. I'll put the chicken. So what I'm about to do is steam it. And the reason for steaming is, and the steaming does not need to happen for too long. A couple of boils and that's it. The reason I'm doing it, it will lower my time in the oven. Ovens are expensive to run. At 350, 375 degrees, just to cook one chicken, I think it's a lot of money because you can buy some kind of chicken for like $5 or $6. You're about to spend more money just in gas, electricity. So this is my reason. So I'll let it steam for a couple of minutes. I'll put it in the oven. I have a conventional and convection oven. I will run on convection because it cooks a bit quicker. If you can see over here, I already have the tray that I'll put that in. I'll cook around 350 to 375. Doesn't make too much of a difference between the two temperatures. I think between 35 to 45 minutes. The reason I'm saying about, because what I'm about to do over here with this, the whole steam process, it's already taking care of the chicken in terms of, sometimes when you buy the chicken and you'll see bloodlines where the bones are, it'll take care of it. The flavors are about to stick in it. So let me wash my hands. I'll put it in the oven and then we go from there. Okay, so steaming process happened for almost 7 to 8 minutes. Um, and what this has done is brought the flavors together and it will lower my cooking time. I already have, as I said earlier, convection oven. It's on 375 right now. This is where I'll put my chicken. I'm thinking that my cooking time will be around 35 to 40 minutes. Let's see. So we take the chicken out from here. So here's the chicken now. It's ready. Now it goes in the oven. As I said, 35 to 40 minutes. So roast chicken is done. Let's pull it out of the oven. Let's cut these things and see. Again, whatever was inside was just meant to be thrown out, was just for flavors. It's a bit hot. I should have let it sit for a few minutes, but I've been impatient about it. So let's taste it. The flavor of coriander has come through very well. It's missing a bit of sour, but that's fine. The flavors are wonderful. And then you'll see there are no red lines or blood lines over here. That was the whole thing about steaming it. That's what makes it different from regular chicken when you roast it in the oven. Thank you for watching our video. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.